On a historic day in 2025, SpaceX's Starship rocket, the centerpiece of Elon Musk's dream to send humanity to Mars, was primed for one of its most important test flights yet. The world watched eagerly as the countdown clock ticked down, but just minutes after launch, disaster struck. The rocket exploded in a fiery display, leaving the space community and the world in shock. What exactly happened during this test, and how will this affect SpaceX, Elon Musk, and his grand vision for the future? Let's dive in and find out. As Starship ascended into the sky, everything seemed to be going according to plan, but a few minutes into the flight, something went wrong. The rocket began to veer off its intended path, and then in an instant a massive explosion. Despite the fiery spectacle, this explosion is not as rare as it may seem in the space industry. SpaceX has experienced failures before, and these setbacks are part of their commitment to pushing the boundaries of space technology. But the scale of Starship, its potential for interplanetary missions, and the fact that this test was crucial for SpaceX's future make this failure particularly significant. This test flight was critical for SpaceX, and the failure will undoubtedly spark investigations into what went wrong. Experts believe the cause could be one of several factors, perhaps a malfunctioning Raptor engine, structural issues with the rocket, or even aerodynamic instability as Starship accelerated into higher altitudes. The investigation is ongoing, but SpaceX's ability to dissect these failures and learn from them quickly is one of its strengths. Aerospace engineer. It's important to understand that failure is built into the development process. Rockets are complex machines, and when you are attempting to develop something as ambitious as Starship, which is meant to carry humans to Mars, there are bound to be challenges. Each failure brings SpaceX closer to making Starship a reality. They'll use this data to refine the design and fix whatever issues arose during this test. SpaceX's history is filled with moments of failure followed by remarkable triumph. From the early days of struggling to get rockets off the ground, to the development of the Falcon 9, to the now routine vertical landings, SpaceX has shown the world that they can learn from failure and come back stronger. The same principles apply to Starship. Starship is not just another rocket. It is a revolutionary spacecraft designed to carry humans beyond Earth to the Moon, to Mars, and beyond. Its scale and complexity make it one of the most ambitious engineering projects in history. And while this test flight was a major setback, it's important to remember that SpaceX is no stranger to overcoming obstacles. Elon Musk's vision has always been clear: to make humanity a multiplanetary species. SpaceX is central to that vision. In Musk's words, the first step to making life interplanetary is to have a reliable, reusable rocket system, and Starship is the key to making that a reality. Despite the explosion, Musk has always been a proponent of embracing risk and learning from mistakes. Remember, it wasn't long ago that Tesla was on the brink of bankruptcy, and SpaceX had its own string of failed launches. Yet Musk's companies have not only survived but thrived, and his ability to turn setbacks into opportunities is part of what makes him such a unique figure in the tech world. In fact, SpaceX has already made significant progress with Starship. They've tested and refined key technologies, including their reusable rocket stages and advanced engines. The Starship prototype that exploded in 2025 was not the first, and it won't be the last. This failure will lead to a better, safer rocket in the long run. SpaceX's rapid development cycle, testing, failing, and iterating has made them leaders in the space industry. The company has already proven that they can design rockets that land vertically and are reusable, drastically reducing the cost of space travel. And now Starship will be the next chapter of that story. So what happens next? SpaceX will undoubtedly use the data from this explosion to analyze what went wrong and develop fixes. This rapid iteration process will only accelerate their progress. Expect the next Starship prototype to be built, tested, and launched, perhaps sooner than we expect. Musk's long-term vision for SpaceX remains unchanged. Starship will eventually carry astronauts to the Moon, Mars, and beyond. This explosion won't stop that mission. If anything, it will push the company to move faster, to learn from their mistakes, and to make the necessary adjustment. For SpaceX, failure isn't a roadblock, it's a stepping stone. Despite the explosion, Starship remains the centerpiece of Musk's dream for Mars. The long-term goal is to establish a self-sustaining colony on the Red Planet, a goal that could change the future of humanity. And for all the setbacks and challenges that lie ahead, Musk and SpaceX are undeterred. Musk once said, "If things are not failing, You are not innovating enough. And in many ways this failure is just a sign of the bold innovation SpaceX continues to pursue. As challenging as it may be, the path to Mars requires risks, and Starship is the rocket that could make it all possible. This explosion might have temporarily shaken public confidence, but in the grand scheme of things, it changes little about SpaceX's mission. They have proven their resilience time and time again, and there's no reason to believe this failure will stop them now. Elon Musk's vision for space exploration, for a future where humanity lives on multiple planets, is still very much alive. And SpaceX will continue to take the risks necessary to make that vision a reality. In the world of space exploration, setbacks are inevitable, but they don't define the journey for SpaceX and for Elon Musk. The future is still written in the stars, and despite this explosion, Starship's journey is far from over. In fact, it's just beginning.